Good morning. We're a good plan, and I'm Jason.
I'm Daphne.
I'm Lucas.
I'm Dora.
And I'm Chloe.
Today we'll reflect on how AI tools reshape our work time, drawing from the section's insights. So this is our content page, which has 5 parts. And the Deloitte partners actually share with us one of the useful tools, which is the Paperwhite Studios. The Deloitte partner explain how it applies Gen AI to audits, pulling essential information, summarizing process, and helping prepare working papers and conclusions in a smooth manner. Pre-stored integrated prompts refresh on their own to avoid re-entering information, and it couples OCR and RPA to build infinite workflows from various apps while performing user-specific scenarios. Overall, it makes prior audit tasks a very easy task. Longer term, we can foresee that instead of hours wasted on rough drafts or data pools, AI handle the heavy lifting. We work on 10 hours worth of a week on building blocks, so we hone concepts, not begin anew. Also, journal AI is another thing that shocked me. The Deloitte partner described how it makes journal analyze quicker and better. With journal AI in early testing using new concepts, it detects patterns and trends to give clear insights, which facilitate understanding financial reporting and controls within great or entire data sets, or presented in simple dashboards. Also, we can spend less time digging big files for issues as AI exposes unusual errors in seconds, conserving 40% of the checking time. In our practice, we will need no more hand search for facts. We proceed to decisions, minimizing mistakes and maximizing correct answers. And the top 3 key findings that he shared with us is also insightful. He mentioned that overall use of AI will jump from 55% in 2023 to 75% in 2024. Secondly, with every dollar spent on generative AI, there will be a 3.7 return. Lastly, most groups plan to shift from off-the-shelf AI to customized within 24 months.
Let's explore how AI is freeing us to focus on thinking and human connection. As Jason has said, when AI takes over repetitive work, like drafting client questionnaires, recording transactions, or entering data into computer systems, it doesn't just save us minutes, it gives us back hours of every week. These hours we once lost to tasks that felt like work about work. Now, we can redirect that energy towards what truly matters, uniquely human skills, creativity, judgment, empathy, strategy. This isn't just about efficiency. It's about a fundamental shift from doing to thinking, from manual tasks to active problem solving. So, where are we spending this newfound time? Let's break it down by using examples in the business world. First of all, creative work. AI trained on pre existing algorithms cannot generate new ideas, which is a uniquely human trait. With the help of AI, consultant teams who would previously spend days to weeks preparing budget variance reports, depending on the size of their client companies, could instead be could in, modeling different market scenarios to identify underserved market segments and increase their clients' customer base. Second of all, problem solving. A management accountant will no longer manually check data logs as AI utilizes its pattern recognition and helps flag anomalies. Now, instead, he has time to dig into the why, solving the mystery of a spike in storage and handling costs by identifying working capital trapped in obsolete inventory. Last but not least, building relationships. A licensed CPA who is not stuck answering every single client phone call on basic inquiries could instead be having coffee with a struggling client, strengthening trust and increasing client loyalty, as well as potentially increasing the chances of client recommending the auditing firm to their associates, thus broadening the firm's customer base. And this is the pivot from tasks that drain us to work that fulfills us. To summarize, this shift creates three powerful outcomes. First of all, our work would create a deeper impact. We would no longer be buried in busy work, but instead do high value work that makes a difference, whether that is innovation, strategy, or growth. Next, we could build stronger connections. We'll have more time for face-to-face conversations that build loyalty with clients and psychological safety on teams. Last but not least, we would create more human-centric jobs. Roles will evolve from task executors to thought innovators and relationship builders. To put it simply, this isn't about AI replacing us. It's all AI redirecting us to where we add the most value. Thinking, connecting, and creating. AI should be a tool used to handle the grind, while we humans handle the grand.
Many people think AI is here to simply save our time. We press a button and the work magically does itself. But the reality is to make it truly effective, we need to spend more time on learning how to collaborate efficiently with generative AI. This isn't about simple execution time, it's an investment in learning, and collaboration. The first part of this new investment is learning how to give AI clear instructions. Here's an example. Imagine you ask GenAI to analyze some expenses. You might get back a jumble of data, but if you say, assume you're a financial analyst with 10 years experience, please compare this quarter's travel and entertainment expenses to the same period last year. Identify the top 3 areas of overspend and suggest reasons why. You get a much more targeted answer. AI actually needs extremely clear instructions. In the past, we might have spent an afternoon manually computing data and building charts. Now, we might spend half an hour on carefully designing the prompt for the AI. What is its role? The context, what is the specific goal, and what is the output format? You can see our time is shifting from manual execution to mental design. The second time investment is acting as AI quality inspector. We must know AI is powerful, but it can make mistakes as well. Therefore, we must review everything that AI produces. For example, if AI generates a financial analysis report, we cannot just use it directly. We have to spend time on verifying the key data is accurate and the calculations are logical. Also checking if its conclusion align with basic business sense and accounting principles. This means the time we used to spend creating from scratch is now largely transferred to final review. We are shifting from being the creator of the content to being its final editor. So AI doesn't simply make us less busy, it is reallocating our time. We spend less time on repetitive manual execution, but we spend more time on strategic questioning and critical review.
Thank you, Lucas, for showing us the fantastic potential of the AI. It's crucial, however, that we are also realistic. My section is about the other side of the coin, when AI, instead of saving us time, can actually become a burden. The core idea is simple. AI isn't a magic wand, it's a tool, and without a clear strategy, it can create more work than it saves. Let's break down how this happens. First, the hidden cost of fixing mistake. AI output is rarely final. It almost always needs editing, validation, and fact-checking. Instead of removing a task, you just add a new critical review step. This can be more than just wasting time, as it also creates stress for you. Imagine in an audit context, a tool like Journal AI in Deloitte Omnia can analyze entire populations of journal entries to spot anomalies. But what if it flags hundreds of entries because it misinterprets a common legitimate transaction? The auditor now has to manually sift through a massive list of false positives. Instead of making the audits more efficient, the AI has created a new time-consuming task of verifying its oversensitive results. Or in document processing, Paperwhite Studio used GenAI to extract information and prepare working papers. If it misreads a key figure or a clause in a contract, that error could be propagated throughout the entire audit file. The team would then waste significant time hunting down and correcting a mistake that wouldn't have happened with a manual careful first look. The second issue is the frustration of useless answers and context blindness. Sometimes you ask a clear question, but the AI gives you an answer that's off topic or lacks the necessary context. Think about the complex world of digital assets. You might ask an AI to explain the regulatory risk of a security token. Instead of focusing on the specific compliance standards like KYC, AML, or SOX controls mentioned in our talk, it gives you a generic, high-level overview that's useless for a specific client. You spend time on an answer you couldn't use and now have to start over. Third, there is the problem of too many disconnected tools. We see this even within our own ecosystem. One platform for data analysis like Omnia, another for document generation like Paperwhite Studio, and countless others. It becomes a juggling act. Consider cross-border payments. A traditional system is slow because it moves through multiple correspondent banks. An AI-powered solution like RippleNet streamlines this by finding the best rate among liquidity providers. But if our internal tech stack is as fragmented as the old banking system, with data trapped in separate AI tools, we face the same problems: delays, high mental switching costs, and a broken workflow. You lose your deep focus constantly moving tabs and contacts. So what's the result of all this? The result is that we can't just trust AI to always work perfectly. But this is not a reason to abandon AI. It's a reason to become smarter, more intentional users. We must approach AI with a critical eye, always verifying its work, learning to craft better prompts, and advocating for integrated tools rather than a scattered approach.
And as mentioned, we should always verify works generated by AI tools. Here comes the another problem. How to adapt our workflow positively is essential. Without a structured approach, we risk confusion and inefficiency. How can we harness AI effectively become the biggest concern for most companies? To begin, let's discuss the necessity for new rules. As AI tools become commonplace, we need clear framework guiding the use. And there's no doubt that AI reduces a lot of workload for us. But how to fully utilize AI is the main issue. It is essential that everyone understands how to leverage AI's capabilities without falling into the pitfall of disorganization. A systematic approach helps us to maximize efficiency and also to minimize the disruption. And establishing guidelines is crucial, not only for teams, but also for departments and the entire company. Customized guidelines tailor to specific needs and ensure that everyone is on the same page. It's also a way to clearly define staff responsibilities. And when the roles are well understood, we can prevent overlap and also misuse of AI tools. This clarity not only enhances the productivity, but fosters accountability as well. Additionally, we must address the potential for improper use of AI. Establishing ethical guidelines and usage protocols is crucial to safeguard our work environment and maintain a trust in these tools. The second key aspect is organizing training. It's vital to demonstrate the basic usage of AI tools, as well as their tailored function for different companies. Nowadays, more companies prefer to develop their own AI platform for better management and development. And take Deloitte as an example. The digital audit platform like the Deloitte Livia, along with its counterpart Deloitte Omnia, provides staff with a specialized environment to perform their auditing tasks. And regular training sessions can ensure that staff are well informed about any unique function updates to fully utilize the platform. And practical training sessions will help the employees to feel more comfortable when they are using these tools. And the suggestion workflows can also provide to minimize duplicated tasks. By streamlining processes, we can enhance efficiency and ensure that everyone is making the most of their time. Whenever new staff join the company, they can also adapt to the AI usage as soon as possible. Besides, regular efficiency checks are also essential. We need to assess whether AI is genuinely saving time or and efficiently adding more tasks. These allow companies to fine-tune their approaches on a regular basis to ensure that AI tools remain at their effective speed. And in conclusion, the integration of AI tools into our daily work life is transforming not just what we do, but also how we do it. By taking over boring and repetitive tasks, AI frees up valuable time for us to engage in more meaningful tasks that require our critical thinking. And to effectively integrate AI tools into our workflow, we need to establish clear guidelines and organizing comprehensive training that can, rather than having our perception that AI will replace human workers, it's more an issue that how we adapt to the era of AI. By taking these steps, we can create a collaborative environment where both human and AI thrive and maximize our working efficiency. That's the end of our presentation. Thank you.